Good evening, blindies. Welcome back to another edition of Blind Garage. We're still doing the early Japanese supercars, muscle cars. They're muscle cars. They're not V8s and that, but for them, they were muscle cars in my book. So, we done the Nissan, we done the Mazda. Now, I said we'd move on to Toyota. Well, because so far we've gone for two doors, and I seem to have a bit of a theme going there with the entire collection, don't I? But we'll get to sedans and wagons and panel vans later on. There are other episodes for the future. Tonight we're talking Toyotas and early Toyota supercars. There's only one real choice. Well, there's actually two, but I'm not into four bangers, so I went with this one. That's the Toyota 2000 GT. 6-cylinder, rear-wheel drive, nice, sleek body, not crazy on the styling of them, but they weren't unattractive. And if I'm going to have the old Skyline, I've got to have the 2000 GT to go with it, and naturally the rotary stuck between them to poke its tongue out, because we all know the rotary kick all their asses. So we've got our hands on a 2000 GT, and we're building it blind man style. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to turf that 6-cylinder engine. It's got to go. We're going to put a 2JZ in it. Some 292 cams, massive T66 turbo, front mount, of course running it on a Haltech because we're Aussie. Fully forged internals, something makes somewhere between 1500 horsepower if I wind it up, but can also be turned down to cruise the street, ball tyres in 4th gear. So, we've got our engine, we've got our body. What colour are we going to paint this one? I think gunmetal grey would look really classy on it, because it's got that nice classic design. So, real nice, rich gunmetal grey colour. Some really nice Simmons style wheels, but in the, of course, we're still running our 2019 wheel combo, because I just love that combo, and all my cars are going to have that, I'd say, unless I go really insane and get 22s on the back or something, who knows. But 20s and 19s will do just nicely. We'll have coilovers all the way around with Brembo brakes again, 6-piston front, 4-piston back. Drift handbrake is just a natural in this car. Manual 6-speed gearbox, built diff to handle the power and the drifting ability, but I'd still run a Toyota style diff because I want to keep it all as much Toyota as I could. So we'll move into the interior. This one's got to be something a bit different. So let's go for a mid-purple leather interior. How crazy is that? How weird would that look? Naturally, we'd have the screen in the dash, climate control, air conditioning, power windows, cruise control, all the bells and whistles. That drift handbrake, nice gear shift, race wheel, wood grain of course, because just wood grain knob on the gear shift as well. Both custom with Blind Garage logos in them. Nice touch. We'll also put Blind Garage logos in the headrest front and rear. Make sure the headrests have got screens for the rear passengers. I'll be sitting in the front passenger side, so I don't need one. But we'll have a dash in the screen as well as the Haltech dash to top it off. Monster Taco shift light, of course, because it's a drift car. and that pretty much wraps it up. Would I modify the body? Maybe a nice subtle rear wing and front spoiler, but nothing outrageous. Just something that's classy and quick. So there's our terrifying Toyota, and we've got one to go, and that's Mitsubishi, and I'll get onto that tomorrow night, and from there you'll have to stay tuned to find out where we're going, won't you? But that's my Toyota early bird supercar, and I think it's pretty cool. So stay tuned and let's see what we've got for the Mitsubishi, eh?
Camera, home, button, camera, camera, stop recording,
Remember
button,
the rules.
double tap to activate.